Welcome to New York City. Some of you may not know this, but I actually grew up in New York, just in the suburbs of the city. So it's a little bit like a homecoming. It also means that I have done a lot of the touristy things. Not to say that it's not fun to do some of the touristy things, which we will do on this trip. But we're also gonna get off the beaten path a little bit. I'm gonna hang out with some of my friends who still live in the city and just having a great weekend. So let's do it. I am definitely interested in trying the whitefish salad because I don't think I've ever had like the white one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Damn. Good. So classy. Oh my god, the olive oil on it. Look at the line. After we were fully fueled up, we headed to the Whitney Museum of American Art, a beautiful museum that exclusively features 20th century and contemporary art by American artists, many of whom are still living. Feeling a little parched, we planned to go for a drink, but we got distracted by the line outside of this pizza shop that was right next door to the bar. So we decided to wait with the people, grab a few slices of pizza, watch the handsome pizza man make some pizza, and head next door to Thalia, a women-owned brewery based in Brooklyn, but this one is located in the West Village. Both the pizza and the beer were spectacular. This was just the appetizer though. A few hours later, when all of our friends had finally arrived to the city, we headed for dinner in Tribeca, to a local spot called the Odeon. The atmosphere was awesome, the drinks were strong, and the steak was lick the plate good. The next morning, we made our way to another museum in New York that I've never been to before, the Morgan Library. Home to the extensive book and art collection of J.P. Morgan, the building itself is a work of art. It's free every Friday from 5 to 8 p.m., but you need to make a reservation to grab one of these tickets. That evening, we hopped on the subway with a few of the local rats and went to see an off-Broadway show called Titanic. Celine Dion songs and hilarious social commentary made this a night to remember. For a late-night snack, we stopped at Joe's Pizza for a good New York slice. I went to bed one very happy gal. My final morning in New York, I woke up and headed out to explore downtown New York City. I strolled past the City Hall building, beneath the Guastavino tiles, and gave the Brooklyn Bridge a wave. I wandered into St. Paul's Chapel. Built in 1766, it's the oldest surviving church building in Manhattan. From here, I strolled past the World Trade Center and over to the Stock Exchange. I always like to see where the Fearless Girl statue has been placed. It seems to be somewhere different each time I visit. She's currently standing facing the Stock Exchange. Then there's the famous Charging Bull statue with people waiting their turn to snap a photo. One of my favorite things to do whenever I'm back in New York is to simply wander around and snap photos, people watch, or sit on a bench when it's not absolutely freezing out and just soak in the city. I didn't really appreciate it when I was growing up, but New York is a pretty special city, and one that I am grateful to be able to return to again and again. I'm about to leave the city with all my stuff, but there's one last thing that I haven't had yet that I gotta have whenever I'm back. Hi. Could I have a hot dog with sauerkraut and mustard, please? It's not gourmet, but there's a level of nostalgia. And the sauerkraut that they use. And the mustard. So good. I don't remember it being $10, but I am right by Grand Central, so maybe that's why. This is one of my favorite places in New York, and lucky for me because I'm sweating. It's so lucky for me because I use the trains to get to and from family and friends who live out of the city. I come here almost every time I come to New York. It's pretty special. Located at 42nd Street and Park Avenue, Grand Central is right smack dab in the middle of the city and connects you to northern parts of New York metropolitan area. The original station was built in 1871, but when steam trains were banned from the city in 1903, a new station needed to be built. They would make it the largest train station in the world, deserving of its grand name. It took a decade of construction before the first train left the new station on February 2nd, 1913. I waited in the terminal until they announced which track my train was going to be on, and eventually I made my way to the burbs. This was such a wonderful trip to New York. I got to explore new-to-me museums, eat insanely delicious food, wander the streets of one of the best cities in the world, and best of all, hang out with some of my favorite people. I hope you enjoyed exploring New York with me. Perhaps you found a few new spots to explore that you haven't visited before, a few slightly lesser touristed places. Certainly there isn't anywhere, not a single corner of that city that isn't at least a little bit touristy. But the food was so good. I had so much fun hanging out with some of my best friends from college, and I'm back home now in much need of some rest, but no rest for the wicked, as they say. I'm back on the road next week, so get ready for some more videos as we head back to Mexico and eat some more. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you next time.